stands a force unbroken, with banners high and hearts awoken. The sound of pipes, our war is calling. Like thunderous waves, our duty is falling. Stand tall, together we fight, with courage found in every breath. We'll fight like lions, defy our death. In unity, our hearts shall sing the legacy of warriors through every reign. With battle cries, we forge our fate. In fields of valor, we elevate. As shadows loom, our spirits gleam. Brothers in arms, we are the dream. Fearless, we take the night, with courage found in every breath. We'll fight like lions, defy our death. In unity, our hearts shall sing the legacy of warriors through every reign. As dawn breaks, we know our name.
As dawn breaks, we know our name. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Into the Red Rabbit Hole. I'm Nighthawk, one half of your host team tonight. I got Eric patiently waiting backstage with his mic muted. And we're going to get into the disclaimer, and then we're going to get into the subject matter. I'm going to explain a little bit about what happened today. I know some of you are curious, so we're going to discuss that too, and my thoughts on that. As always, I claim fair use of any and all content under the Copyright Act of 1976, which is considered to be Fair Use Act, okay? It's for purposes of fair use, for purposes such as criticism, commentary, parody, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, research, and entertainment value under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, otherwise known as the Fair Use. Furthermore, I wish to acknowledge that not all the opinions and theories mentioned during this podcast are not necessarily the opinions or views of Nighthawk High Stranger's podcast channel and or William Nighthawk myself, aka the pain in the ass every now and then. We at Nighthawk High Stranger's YouTube channel and Facebook channels merely bring the open format to discuss the possibilities of topics happening in the past, present, and future. Please join the Nighthawk High Stranger's YouTube channel family by subscribing, and please hit that like button because apparently YouTube isn't logging all of those likes that I'm supposed to be getting. And join the chat family being respectful, and please put all questions in capital letters. Thank you. All righty, let me take that down and give me a few seconds, Eric, so I can explain a little bit about my stupidity today. I've been taking on a lot lately, guys. A lot of spiritual prayers and protections for people. And I'm not using that as an excuse, okay? God knows we all have our supernatural enemies out there. But I literally have been battling for people lately in excess and taking on a lot. And in my physical health, I really shouldn't be doing that. Okay. And so I'm going to be stepping back from actually accepting that stuff to do to protect people and to pray for people and whatnot. And I'm not doing it because I'm lacking faith. I'm doing it because I need to concentrate on my own healing. And you all know I've been working with the frequency thing and, and all that, which has been helping my breathing. But today I got overwhelmed and frustrated, and it almost got to the point where you can describe anger as being like a volcano. Okay. And out of my frustration, I started wailing my arms around, and I smacked something that I probably shouldn't have. And needless to say, I had to go to the ER today, literally hours just before the podcast, after apologizing for losing control, which, I never used to lose control except when I was younger in the military, and I lost control quite a bit. So that's what kind of shocked me today with that. But, it's still no excuse. I'm a grown-ass man, just like everybody else out there, and we need to own up to our own responsibilities and our own faults. And sometimes we do stupid shit, okay? And we have to learn to suck it up and apologize to everybody and everybody that was involved, and go on with life as best as we can. But I've decided that until I change my mind, I'm not going to be taking on all these spiritual protection things for people, because I can't right now. I've got to focus on my healing. Okay. And I after I smacked almost an unmovable object, nothing broke, thank God. It very well could have, but my pinky was actually bent all the way down to where it was touching the palm of my hand, out of the middle socket, okay, the middle joint of my finger. And I ended up, they teach you to do stuff in the military that you normally wouldn't do if you do, so I reset it myself. I popped it back into place, which was very painful. Well, stupid me, I decided to bend my finger, not even thinking about it, because it's just a natural reflex, okay? And it popped back out again, and it was twice as painful as the first time. So I popped it back in, and not only did I do it a second time, I did it a third time. So I had to pop this thing back in place 3 separate times, and thank God I did it without even really thinking about it, but it's painful. Went to the ER, they x-rayed it, there's nothing broken. They didn't even want to take my homemade splint off. Look at this. That's actually a pretty good splint, guys. Look at that. Yeah, that's packaging tape I've got taped around it. But I think you all know what that is. No metal in it whatsoever. It's actually like the insulation to a pipe. And like a pipe of a plumbing of a house or a motor home, that kind of stuff, That's what that is. So, but they sent me back after x-raying it, and decided not to put their splint on it, but they gave it to me to take home, because they're so nice at the ER, And do you know that, I don't know if you guys ever experienced this, but the ER wouldn't even see me without a copay. I've never heard of that. I have never in my life heard of that. So I had to pay a small copay tonight. And yeah, it was small, but you know what? Taking away food from my family, Anyways, everything's fine. It's not broke. Just a boneheaded move because of frustration and taking on too much all at once. So I'm going to be stepping back from accepting other people's situations, if I could, at least for a while, at least for about, I want to take at least 30 days and just kind of work on me and the podcast, and that's it. Okay. I need to focus on my healing. And I know that sounds very narcissist. I don't even know how to say it, but anyways, that's where I stand with this right now. Okay. It has not been an easy last couple months. It's not been an easy last few years either, but that goes without saying. But it is what it is. I hope you all can respect me enough to at least allow me time to recuperate and to mend what I need to mend before I take on other responsibilities or accept other people's situations that they're requesting of me. I know a lot of people are struggling right now, but I just, at this point in time, I can't do it anymore. I have to focus on my walk and my life and my healing, and give the love and support to my family that needs to be done. So that being said, I hope you all can at least hang in there until I can get back to doing what I need to do. Like I said, my breathing has been improving slowly through the frequency generator work that I've been doing. I did a short video earlier today when I got back because I was so disgusted with things that it's coming out at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon on YouTube. You probably saw a couple shorts that I released tonight of that video. So you'll probably have an understanding on what's going to be talked about in that video from those shorts. But it's something that I've been researching lately, and every time I get into this type of stuff, something always happens. Something always tries to shut me down on my research, and I'm not talking just humanity wise. I'm not talking governmental wise, anything human wise. I'm talking there is something supernatural out there that wants my mouth shut. Okay. And I'm not going to shut it. I can't, somebody's got to stand up for humanity. Somebody's got to stand up for Christ. Somebody's got to stand up for freedom, plain and simple. So that being said, our subject matter tonight is kind of along the same lines as talking about what I've just discussed. We're going to get into the whole Stan Meyer's water car invention back in, I believe it was in the 90s. There was before that, and tell me if this is a Mandela effect, everybody, okay? If you would, please. Tell me if you all remember in something being mentioned in the history back in 1928, I think it was, about two inventors that actually invented an automobile that ran strictly on water, and how they both became unalived immediately after that automobile was made, and the automobile disappeared completely, as in somebody took it. Tell me if you all remember that in the chat. I'd like to know. I think it was 1928. But anyways, this one that we're talking about tonight is let me get my glasses on and read it. Is the water car. Stan Myers was an inventor of a car that ran purely on hydrogen extracted from water. Okay. When strong interest came from the Pentagon, imagine that, and $5 trillion a year big oil industry, imagine that big oil industry being mad about a car that ran on water. Wow. Wouldn't happen, would it? Okay. Myers is alleged to have refused a $1 billion offer from his patents. Stan Myers was poisoned to death the next year. That offer, by the way, that $1 billion offer came from an unknown man from Saudi Arabia, the richest oil country in the world at the time. Quite amazing, if you ask me, and quite suspect. So, despite skepticism about the legitimacy of the car that runs on water, Myers was able to patent his invention under Section 101 of the Subject Matter Eligibility Index, meaning he proved to a patent review board that his invention worked relatively easily and reliably. Pretty interesting. Now, I'm going to put this information up so you all can see it on the screen. I'm going to unmute my brother in the back room, my little brother, and we're going to get his insight into it. And everybody else in the chat, please.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, what do you think about that?
I remember about that. He was actually getting a lot of prospects on producing this vehicle. In fact, Ford was one of his top competitors because Ford was trying to not let it come out because they were fixing to lose a lot of money in the oil industry with the fuel. And then something happened, and all of a sudden he just mysteriously died. But yeah, I was trying to remember. He could run.
Yeah, they said he was poisoned.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how many miles it was he could run on one tank of water, and it wasn't a big tank at all. But I was wanting to say every gallon was like 150 miles per gallon, if I remember correctly.
Yes, something like that. Yeah, it's just amazing to me how, when we have all these miraculous, intelligent people trying to help us out. I mean, would that have eliminated fossil fuels altogether? I don't think so.
No.
But it would affect the value of the oil industry to a point where they would want to silence him, under my opinion, and my opinion only. I'm just joshing guys because this is all speculation, right? This whole thing, it's for entertainment purposes only. So, but yeah, I mean, to me, it just seems like there is so much more that can be done to help people out. That's like the whole free energy thing with Nikola Tesla, and 20 of his floor chest trunks that ended up missing out of the 100 that he had, So, where'd all those inventions go to? Damn well that somebody has them. So, and it isn't Nikola Tesla's relatives or museum. So, I don't know, man. It just seems to me like every time somebody tries to help out humanity, they end up getting unalived.
Yep. Dave said the first hydrogen energy engine was invented by Francisco Isaac de Rivas in 1806, an internal combustion engine that ran on mixture of hydrogen and oxygen.
Yeah. What year was that though?
1806.
1806.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I know with this gentleman here, fossil fuels was involved in his disappearance, because if that
Yes.
car would have got out to market, fossil fuels numbers would have plummeted. Now they couldn't do it on diesel at the time, but they could with with diesel, kerosene, stuff like that. But they could with gas
Right.
engines. Well, pretty much everybody and their brother had a gas engine. Diesel and kerosene kerosene was popular, but diesel wasn't at the time. Diesel, I think, was just coming out at that time. Um, so I know they definitely had their hands in it.
Right. Well, it just seems to me like, every time somebody tries to do something to benefit, humanity as a whole, that something has to happen, and they end
Hmm.
up either disappearing or becoming unalived, and their invention miraculously disappears. So my question is, are these the same individuals that are doing this time and time again?
Hmm. David just said British scientists who in the 1800s developed the scientific principles behind the fuel cell, which uses hydrogen to generate electricity rather than burning it for mechanical power. I think I remember something about that.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Salute
remember something
Dorf.
about that too.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I mean, I remember, what was it, the mid 90s when hydrogen power was starting to make a comeback. And then that lasted about a year, maybe 2 years. And all of a sudden it just got hushed again.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
I was trying to remember, Corey. Yeah, hemp oil. I was trying to remember because that's another reason why they tried to legalize hemp. Whenever people hear hemp, they automatically think weed. Weed is not the only hemp. Weed is a
Don't
type
get your
of hemp.
panties in a bunch, Bigfoot dwarf. Don't get your
Yeah,
panties in a bunch, Bigfoot dwarf. Come on now.
easy, brother. Easy, brother. I'm talking good, brother.
Oh,
um,
damn.
but because hemp would destroy the wood industry, hemp would destroy the fossil fuel industry, hemp would have destroyed a lot of Bigfoot Dwarf. I have hemp panties. I can see that, bro. I can see
I
that.
could see that. I could see that too. Oh my God. I could see that too.
Uh,
Oh, dude. I needed that. Oh
but
man.
there is so much stuff with hemp, medical, oil wise, everything from paper to furniture to building materials and everything that hemp can be used for. That's why
Yep.
hemp was demonized, just like the hydrogen engine. The hydrogen
Right.
engine, um, the abilities with that was astronomical, and that would have destroyed so many industries off of that one. That's why when people come up with that stuff, Tesla's one of them. I don't care what anybody says. I'm a firm believer that Tesla was unalived for his inventions. A lot of these people come out with that type of stuff. That's what happens to them. Now, so my friend who was a genius invented a whole house generator and was excited to call me. I saw a small version and it worked amazingly, but 3 letter agencies visited him. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
That
and
happens.
and yeah, and that's absolutely that's absolutely just ridiculous that even has to happen, especially nowadays. It really is. It really is. It's absurd to think that we don't have enough
Hmm.
freedoms to invent things and to market things to benefit humanity without somebody elitist asshole getting his panties in a bunch and thinking how billions and trillions of dollars he'll be losing because of the invention. So I don't know.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
just,
I mean,
and I recall there's so many, and there's so many good God fearing people that have invented miraculous things to benefit humanity, And how many of them do you think got invented and then got bought out by these control freaks? Let's say, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that's a good point right there, Corey. Real good point.
That's because they could eat the sales if they ran out of rations.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to take another pain medication here. This is getting to be too rough.
Yeah,
I
had to put that patch on.
Yeah, this is getting to the point where it's starting to hurt the knuckle that's up against my hand right now. Don't ever lose control, folks. That's the lesson to be learned. Don't ever
Don't
lose
get
your
old.
cool. Yeah.
Getting
Don't
old
get old and
sucks.
think you're 20. Yeah, don't get old
Yeah.
and think you're 20 again. Yeah, that's what you need to do. So
What's sad with my new issue, I don't even know how it started, man. It just I got a pinched nerve in that shoulder.
thank you, BD. I appreciate that, man.
BD.
I'm just glad nothing broke.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I gotta go in for 2 X-rays and 2 MRIs now because they might be putting me up back for an ablation again on my lower back. But in order for them to redo that ablation, I gotta go in for a new X-ray and new MRI to see if anything was damaged further or if the healing process is working.
yeah.
Good point, Corey.
When I went
Absolutely.
in there, when I went in there today to the ER, the triage nurse that was there, because they always send you into a triage first, and they assess you, you know, take your, your vitals and stuff like that. And she's like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much pain do you have? I said, right about now, it's about a 10. And she goes, really? She says, with the cancer you survived, that's still as painful as that? And I said, listen, I said, cancer, I've learned to deal with that pain. I've learned to swallow that pain. Okay. This pain here is a whole new type of pain. So my brain picks it up and says, hey, that's a new pain, a new location, let's make it a lot worse than what it normally would be. So, and then I told her, I said, listen, I popped it back in place 3 separate times. 3 times. I said, without breaking it, I said, that's going to do a lot of, nerve damage and tissue damage itself, So, but yeah, it was something. They just, they couldn't figure it out.
I had to be me for a moment. Carl goes, what happened to William? I came in late. And I said, William got in the middle of the putty tat roll rumble and got whooped.
No, let's tell the truth now. William lost his temper, okay? Because William, just because William's a nice guy doesn't mean he can't lose his temper every now and then, okay? And, trust me, when I was younger, I had a hell of a temper. But now William's just gotten too old to lose his temper. That's all. So, yeah, when you lose your tempers and you smack things that you're not supposed to, shit happens.
I just couldn't resist on that comment.
Yeah.
The putty tat horde. But no, I mean this stuff happens, and we see it all the time with these new inventions. I mean, we really do. Anything that's made to benefit the people and the environment, it always disappears, and the people mysteriously disappear.
Exactly.
And now we're not taught to be creative thinking, and our inventors, our garage door inventors, have virtually vanished
or gone underground.
People ain't taught. Yeah, because people are no longer taught in school like we were to, to expand your mind, try new things, reach for the stars. You're not taught that. You're taught to mind what you're told, do what you're told by the big, how do I put this nicely on here? The powers to be, and shut up.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to a brother of mine today. I got to spend some time with a brother of mine today after my doctor appointment. And I said, we were talking about conservation. And I was like, I'm what I'm about to say, it goes far and beyond Missouri conservation. This is conservation, period. But I said, do you remember how hunting in Britain is? It's controlled by the royal family. You got to have permission from the royal family in order to hunt. I said, we're dealing with that here with conservation because we were talking about people should be able to live off their land with no problem. I said, yeah, it's just like the royal family. They tell you when and what you can hunt.
Oh, Eric, you're gonna love that little short video I've got coming out tomorrow, man.
Are we on the Save Wayne leak again, man?
Oh man, I have got 2:30 tomorrow afternoon Eastern Standard Time, folks, on YouTube. It's going to be released to the public. It's just about 20 minutes long, and it's a topic that you guys it's a topic that you guys are going to want to at least listen to. You have no idea where this whole world is going, and that 20-minute video will pretty much let you know one aspect of humanity that's going to happen. And it has a little bit to do with AI and has a lot to do with private industry. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But just watch that video on YouTube tomorrow. It's coming out at 2:30 in the afternoon, and it's about 20 minutes long. It's not long at all. But yeah, it's it's something. That's why I did those shorts tonight like I did, and posted them ahead of time. There's so much going on that we really don't even consider because we're so used to things, and we're being led to believe that things are just all hunky-dory, when in actuality, they're not. They're really not. And, I'm not saying it's anybody's fault but our own, okay? We have the ability to speak up. We have the ability to take on certain situations that come up. Like me with the missing indigenous people thing. You guys know that's a big thing with me. Okay. You know how hard I work at doing investigations on that and research. Okay. That's a big thing with me. And I'm not just talking Native American indigenous. I'm talking about indigenous cultures around the world that are having missing people taken. Okay. So there's a lot that we can do as individuals to try and help out and to fix a lot of these wrongs that are being made. And I think putting it on one man in one particular office is going to be a little overwhelming, for that individual. So it's up to people to step up and increase their game in the match and stuff, and try to help out humanity as a whole. And there's a lot of things out there that need to be corrected, but then again, there's a lot of things out here in the world that are good too. They just get overlooked and overseen and underrated so much that we become used to things being crap. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick and tired of living my life in crap, So if there's inventors out there, let them invent this stuff. Let them have the right to voice their invention, to try to market their invention, because you don't know, it could benefit humanity in such a magnificent way. But the powers that control corporate greed and the monetary system want that for themselves. They want the greed money from that invention themselves, and that's why they're doing all this and getting away with this for years and years and years now. So,
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
It's getting to the point where it's ridiculous, guys. It really is, when we can't even voice our own opinion and we can't even invent things.
I mean, look at all these natural medicines that people's trying to bring back. And whenever something good comes out, they are automatically hushed. And big pharma says, "Oh, this ain't good for you. Don't listen. This is disinformation." No, you're so full of crap. So,
Look at this. I just went through. I bet you I got David Lester beating coffee tonight. I just went through an entire 12-cup pot within 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Oh shit!
That's all I gotta say.
Sorry, guys.
Is Corey? Corey, can you see what you started? We finally got off the beaver topic, and now Roxanne's bringing the beaver topic back. Before the show, we was on a big beaver topic. Corey started, and Roxanne keeps it going. She's like, "I'm going to push that rock down that hill a little further, a little further, and a little further."
This is a PG show, guys.
Hey, we're just talking about beavers.
Leave your beaver out of it. Corey, if you can't keep your beaver where it belongs, then you better freaking lock it in a room somewhere.
Don't pat the beaver. Don't pat the beaver. Caress the beaver. Don't pat the beaver. Oh my God. It's all Corey's fault. He's the one that started it.
What was that? Hold on. Let me see what Carl just said.
Yeah, he was talking about that electricity thing that his friend built. They hushed him up. The 3-letter 8, the alphabet soup came in and had to talk with him.
Well, we need to, I've got some, you guys in that damn beaver conversation. I swear to God. I swear to God. I'm going to take the chat down off the freaking screen if you keep it up.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I haven't cried like that since I was a little girl. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, man, because it's we have to be careful on that, man. But until certain until certain things happen, man, until the people stand up and say, "Here's your sign, we're doing this." We don't give two rats behinds what you think about it. These people are going to keep doing what they're doing. But the problem is people, bull crap, Roxanne. People won't stand up to them. Only a few will. Unreal. I mean, that's the truth.
Slowly starting to rise. Yeah.
Do you ever put beavers in? No, not no more, Stuart. Amy. No, then that's what we have to do. I mean, we have to get the word out on this stuff, and we have to say, "Hey, we don't give a crap what you want. You don't own us. You don't control us. We're a republic. We want this.
We haven't been a republic
lives.
for almost 200 years.
Well, we're still a republic, but there's a corporate business that comes before the republic because they're the ones that people think of.
They have changed the Constitution of the United States of America so many times that paper is about as worth as toilet paper nowadays. And I hate to say that, but it's the truth. They have manipulated it. They have reworded certain things. They've amended it time and time again. And all it seems to do is the more they amend it, the more corporate greed gets, the more political greed gets, and and so on. And it's getting to the point where it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yep. It is, but like I said, when only a few stand up and say anything about it, nothing will happen. It has to take everywhere. Is that the safe word, Amy? um, um, the first four are the only ones that have been amended. Yep. You are correct, Dwarf. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, they might as well roll it up and smoke it anyways. So,
well, George Washington was a hemp farmer, but
he was more than a hemp farmer.
He was. I know, but he was a hemp farmer. He grew hemp and sold it.
Unreal. That's exactly true.
Yep.
That's exactly true, Unreal. Exactly true. What Russell Means said of the American Indian movement, yes, that's exactly true. I agree. In fact, I'm going to put that up.
Oh, sorry. Let me find it because I quit. There we go. Thank you. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one.
I got it.
Yeah, there we go. Do you?
All right. Yep. Kind of goes with the whole prison planet thing too, don't you think, Unreal?
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, I mean, if you think about it, the ones that are in control of society as a whole, from mainstream religion to mainstream politics to mainstream banking, finances, investments, even down to retail stores, all 11 companies that own all those conglomerates are just greedy, callous, uncaring, insensitive, spoiled little rich kids, as far as I'm concerned. And in one aspect, I agree with the new elected mayor of New York, and let me tell you why before you jump on my shit about it. He wants to make everything more affordable for the common man and woman. Okay, that should be across the board. That should be what everybody wants, no matter what your religious affiliation is, no matter what your political party affiliation is. It doesn't matter. What should matter is humanity as a whole. But they have got society so divided through religion, through politics, through color, through, all this other bullshit that we can't get our heads out of our ass and do things to benefit humanity. Because certain elitist a-holes are the ones in charge.
Yep. And the thing, do you remember that we can disagree on something and debate it and then turn around and still have a cup of coffee, still have a get together in the backyard? There was no, I hate you and I want to destroy you stuff. There was none of that. It was just, we just don't agree. We both voiced our opinions and made our debates, and it was still good.
Hey, back in the day, if we didn't like somebody, especially around Halloween, what would we do? We'd TP the shit out of their house. We'd soak their windows, I mean, you don't go and do drive-bys because you disagree with somebody. That's fucking stupid. Excuse my language, but it is. It's stupid. Let me put this up before I let
No,
something
I
else
have not.
slide. Hold on.
All right. Yeah, no, I haven't, Roxanne.
There we go. Okay, now we're good. Parental advisory.
Okay. Do you realize how many friends I've gotten, and we hated each other, got in fist fights, and then became some of the closest friends?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we used to have that. You
Yep.
know, you can't do that no
Can't
more.
have it no more because
Mm-mm.
society doesn't like it. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's absolutely absurd the way the world's going. It really is.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and
It is.
you should be able to have your differences and your opinions, and not hate each other. Not be
Mm-hmm.
willing to try and hurt somebody or harm somebody. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Just my opinion, guys. Just my opinion.
No, I mean, I
And let
missed
me tell
them
you,
times.
yeah, let me tell you, I am not going to lose control or my temper anymore over anything stupid. Because that's what they want. Okay. That's what not only the evil of the supernatural wants, as far as Satan, the devil, whatever you want to call him, and his minions. But that's what the shadow government wants. That's what mainstream um, powerful people want. Okay. That's what the dark wants. That's what, a lot of these certain, and I don't want to say satanic, but along that lines, um, that's what they want. They want you to be divided. They want you to be angry and bitter and hateful because they feed off of that negativity. They eat it up. And it shouldn't be that way. It
Mm-hmm.
really shouldn't be that way.
You know, back when I used to attend a church regularly, I heard something that really stuck to me, and that there's demon kings that are controlling certain parts of the world. And when we have all this negativity, that's something that demons focus on. They
Mm-hmm.
use it, they create it, and they can worm their way in very easily when there's a lot of negativity. So it makes
Right.
you wonder what's going on. I mean, we know the three big families that control pretty much everything in the world. Might as well call them demons. I can't say they're demons. Might as well call them demons the way they act. Is
I'm
that
going to
how
say
they do
something.
it? Mm-hmm.
What I want to say? I'm going to
Hmm.
say this. Do you know why a certain list was not disclosed? Do you have any
Until recently.
idea? And not even recently. You're getting the redacted version. Okay. If
Mm-hmm.
you knew who was on that list, you would be, you would not want to be even a part of this world. And I'm talking the entire world, not just America, not Canada, not Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
not UK. You wouldn't want to have anything to do with any of it. Okay. Because that list starts off, okay, that list starts off with a group that has been established and controlled foreign affairs for a very long time in this country and around the world. Okay. And I'm not going to get into the details of it, but, you know, the Council of Foreign Relations, a lot of them are on the list, if not all of them. And that includes corporations and private people and politicians and
Mm-hmm.
actors. Um, One of them is, his initials are GC. He's a famous Hollywood actor. Okay, who was on the foreign relations committee.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, we all know the C family, husband and wife that were on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so on and so on and so on. There, if you take that Council of Foreign Relations list, which is supposed to be a non-governmental agency, because they're all volunteering their time to help out the world, you know, foreign relations, okay, which is a crock of crap, if you ask me, because they're all in it for money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you'll be amazed if you compare who sat on that board or is members of that group,
Mm-hmm.
corporation wise and private citizen wise, and just relate it to the list that's coming out. If there is actually going to be a list with it that's not
Pretty
redacted.
sure that came out.
um,
I'm pretty sure the full list came
so
out.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Because I
I'll have to
think it
check
just
into
got
that.
released this week. I thought
I'll
it
have
got
to.
released this week.
Well, it got released, but that doesn't mean that they've released it yet. Okay. They're going to
Mm-hmm.
take out what they want to take out. It's going to be fully redacted. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. So,
Because the
because
reason why
they're going to do everything in the name of national security. So, plain and simple. You know that from being in the military,
well
and so do I.
a certain group of people will, but they're no longer in power, and that's what's happening, and that's why they're freaking out. Because the first time when they tried to have it come out to try and nail an individual who wasn't on that list, once they found out the public would get to see that list, they shut up about it. Well, now those people ain't in power, and that list is coming out, and they're getting exposed. That's why they're freaking out over it, because it exposes a lot of
I
crap.
Well, yes, but it's also going to expose a lot of certain political affiliations that aren't with the blue
Mm-hmm.
either.
Oh,
So,
that's what I'm
and a
talking
lot
about.
of
Yeah.
political affiliations with overseas too that you wouldn't even consider being a part
Oh,
of that,
yeah.
but they are because of a certain council of foreign relations. Okay.
There's also
And
going to be entertainers and a whole list of different people that's on that list. And a
well,
certain one just fled the country.
yeah, I've already said one initial already about a social Hollywood elite, by GC. All you got to do is all you got to do is Google the Council of Foreign Relations and bring up the list of past members and current members and board members and just members in general, and it'll blow your freaking mind, man. It'll blow
Mm-hmm.
your freaking mind that the amount of people that you see in mainstream media currently to that list. Okay. And you can literally go down that list and say, well, wait a minute, this name was mentioned in a certain other list, you know, and it'll blow your mind. I'm telling you, it'll blow your freaking
Mm-hmm.
mind.
Yep. It will, because all them people that screaming that crap are, and I'm not talking about GC. I'm talking about TH.
Mm-hmm.
TH fled the country and currently claims citizenship in a non-extradited country because he's on that list.
Oh, definitely. Oh, he's definitely on that list. Well, he's also
Mm-hmm.
on a list where he unalived a certain individual who spoke out about him in Hollywood and named him and a
Mm-hmm.
couple others, you know, and on miraculously the guy was was found to be throwing himself off a bridge into traffic in Hollywood, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that actually happened, because there were witnesses that eventually spoke up and said, "Oh no, we saw two guys with him that threw him off the bridge."
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and you know, it's a damn shame that we give these people our dollars and our time, and we give them our head space, and we idolize these idiots. Okay. And that's exactly what they are. They are idiots. Okay. And I really don't give a rat's ass who they think they are. But, when it comes down to, you can either stand up for humanity as a whole, or you can stand up with these idiots. And if you're going to stand with these idiots, I don't want no part of you. Sorry. That's just the proof of it,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, it's the only, and that's the thing is quite a few of these people on a current investigation right now. Yes. Crimes against humanity, treason, a whole bunch of other stuff these people are being indicted and investigated on. Those names will have to be scrubbed out because it's on a current investigation. And this list has to do with part of that investigation. But that's the funny thing is once that investigation will be done, those names come out to public too. But you'll hear about it on the news before you hear about it on the list. So
right. And
but
this
yes,
is for entertainment purposes only, by the way. Okay.
Yep. This does not reflect the High Strangeness podcast by any means. That's why I'm over here grinning from ear to ear. Because I already knew that. I knew this was going to happen 6 years ago.
Well, wait till my video comes out. Wait till my video comes out tomorrow. That little 20-minute video is going to blow y'all's mind. Because I didn't even really consider it. You guys think the Terminator movie's fake? No, not by any ways and means. It's a coming. It's a coming. I'm telling you. I am telling you right now, it's coming. It may not be today. It may not be tomorrow, but it's going to be here very, very soon when AI is going to completely take over. Okay. It's already manipulating things. You all know it by when you Google something or you Facebook something, how all your ads mysteriously change over to what you're looking at. Okay. Or all your searches come up with positives about what you're looking at, at the time or researching, as opposed to actually what is occurring. Okay. It to me, it already has a control on society as a whole. And it's going to make this whole, what I talk about in that short video tomorrow. It's going to make it so much worse. AI will definitely make it so much worse. It will manipulate the system like you will not believe. I don't even know how to explain it, guys. But let's put it this way. It's just part of the reason I have been getting silenced lately. Before we even started the podcast tonight, didn't I tell you that my mouse was moving? The cursor on the mouse was moving all by itself. It's not supposed to do that, guys. Somebody's messing with the system. Somebody is somehow manipulating the system. Okay. And because they don't want us talking about this, they don't want me bringing this stuff to light. And because they think that basically if nobody talks about it, it'll be swept under the rug. And yeah, I may be a small podcast channel, but which by the way, we're 1,200 subscribers right now, which means a hell of a lot to me. But we could be so much more, especially when we have other podcasters out there that are good friends of ours that have 14,000, 15,000 subscribers. So that tells me that they're messing with the algorithm of my podcast channel, that they don't want the word to get out. So I urge you all, man, if you haven't subscribed already, then please subscribe, because the more people that know about this crap, the better and stronger we're going to be. they keep on doing this to inventors. They keep on, and not just inventors, even book authors, Eric. How many book authors have you researched lately that have been spoken out about shadow government or certain sensitive areas and topics, okay, and found out later that they were unalived? You know, I mean, this goes on all the time, you know, and it's ridiculous to think that we keep on putting these people in prominent positions in society, you know. And I don't know about you all. I don't trust the UN. I don't trust the World Economic Forum. I don't trust the World Health Organization. Hell, I don't even trust my local hospital system. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. But I think we could do so much more for humanity if we just got our heads out of our asses long enough to see the light of day. And I'm not just talking about everybody that hears my voice. I'm talking about me too. I'm to blame just as much as anybody. So I just, very disheartening. Very disheartening.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Amy's
guys,
got a
but
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you all dislike survivors who stay silent?
Survivors of what? That's what I want to know.
Well, I get an idea. For me, I've got mixed feelings on it. I don't dislike them. Do I think they need to share what happened to them to help bring justice to what happened to them? Yes, but I can't fault them at the same time because reliving that can cause more trauma.
Exactly.
We ain't as mentally stable as we used to be, so we can't. It's hard nowadays to relive that trauma and not continue living on. But when you hide it, it can keep justice from being justice. So I've got mixed feelings on it myself. I don't dislike them. I wish they would say something, but I know why they don't.
Are we talking about the certain list coming out?
I'm take it. That's what she's talking about.
I think that people always have a right.
Ooh.
Get him, dog, man. Get him.
Boar's being a butthead.
Yeah, I think that people always have a right. I mean, to me, it's just like the whole. I didn't want to bring this up tonight either. Well, I'm not even gonna. I'm not gonna bring it up because it's a sensitive subject enough to talk on Rumble. It really is. That's definitely a Rumble conversation to have with everybody. But know that, I'm at a place right now where basically I pray for humanity as a whole every second of the day. There's so much that has happened to everybody, myself included. I'm yeah, this is definitely a Rumble conversation to have. I don't want to get into it right now, so we'll have to plan that sometime soon. And I'll let you all know that right now I think we need prayers more than anything. We need a gathering of people to just pray and not judge anybody, not what's it say in the Bible? Judge not lest ye be judged.
Judge ye not unless ye be judged the same.
Yeah, I mean, and it also says love thy neighbor and all that too, but those are all great guidelines and principles, but that's a hard thing to do. Um yeah, it's a hard thing to do. Anyways, look for that 20-minute video tomorrow at 2:30 in the afternoon. That's when it's going to be released. I got it scheduled as a live. I'll probably be in the chat on my phone in case anybody wants to talk. All I know is that our world is in a lot of pain. And our friends and our families and even the people we don't know are in a lot of pain right now. And something needs to give. Evil is attacking us at every angle. And something needs to give. Anyways, I don't know if I'm going to be coming on tomorrow because I just took a second pain pill. I might be out of it in the morning. But we'll definitely do
You're
Sunday.
Gonna be like,
okay.
Man.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
I'm gonna be like I'm on the LA streets, I guess. No offense, BD.
Hey man, like this stuff's like really tripping me out, man. I'm like seeing some freaky stuff going on here, man.
But this conversation's gotten pretty heavy. Just continue to pray for everybody, man. There's so much going on you guys don't know about. So much. I wish you all could see what I see through my eyes at some point in time in your lives. I really do.
Mm-hmm. These guys in their comments. Oh, where? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on that one, Roxanne. I mean, I'd be worried about them too. Ah, dang it. Fingers are acting up now. Damn it. I'm trying to keep up on that comment and it's flashing by pretty quick. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we got to stand up, man. We got to unite. Get back to inventing, get back to using your brain to figure out how to help humanity.
Yeah, I told you, Corey. I told you.
Mhm.
I tell everybody, you're all gonna see things that you won't even be able to fathom. You really won't. I just hope that you all are better at discerning the good from the bad than what I've seen in the past.
Mhm.
I really do. And you know, I don't want to end this podcast on a negative note, but we have a lot of cleansing to do, a lot of praying to do, a lot of positivity to put out there in the world, and very little time to do it in. Very little
Mhm.
time to do it in. And if humanity can't get its act together, then evil will. So that's just my ending statement. That and question everything, guys. Um, yeah, we're not going to have a podcast in the morning. My whole hand is starting to swell up on the left side. Um,
Toke it up, man.
I I just want I want us to be able to invent things again and do it for the good of humanity, not worry about having some elitist come along and because we don't accept their offer of several $1 million. What was that TV show that they used to do that with all those rich people. I can't remember the name
Oh,
of it.
the homes of the rich and famous, or something like that.
No, no, not that one. The one where those three people sat in front of these inventors and offered to buy their inventions.
Oh, Shark Tank.
Yeah, Shark Tank. That's it. Um, you know, that's the perfect example of the way things have been going these last 30 years. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh.
and we allowed it. We allowed it to happen, and that's the bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's why I tell you guys, question everything, man. You get that right. You have that right. But above all, pray. Try to be humble. God knows I have a difficulty doing
Mm-hmm.
that anymore. But I'm going to take the time I need for myself and not worry about other things. So,
Mm-hmm.
especially after what happened today. Um, just stay faithful, stay positive, stay true to who you are, um, but be respectful for all things and just keep your faith. That's about all I can say. What happened to me today shouldn't happen to anybody. We shouldn't be flying off the handle because of frustration, no matter how bad things get. And it's something that, well, let's put it this way. I learned a lesson from it. Let's put it that way. So, but tomorrow, 2:30 in the afternoon, the video is going to be alive, and I'll be in the chat. It's only going to be like 20 minutes long. So you might want to catch it.
Ooh.
Eric, why don't you tell them what you got going on tomorrow?
Well, it's not shaving beavers, I can tell you that. Um, so tomorrow's campfire chats with Eric and guest. That's a safe place for you to come on and share your encounters. You want to come on live, I'll bring you on live. You want to talk about it in chat, we'll talk about it in chat. I guess I'm going to finish up the states Sunday because I didn't get through them all like I was hoping to do. So we got 16 more states we got to try to get through on Sunday. I'm trying to do some research because I have something in my brain that's been rattling around there for a little bit. And the more that I chew on it, the more it aggravates me, and the more I get to thinking that we're being lied to about this um, woolly mammoth thing. So just because of books I've read, accounts that I've heard about woolly mammoth, up there in the Arctic Circle, I don't think that they're cloning them. I really think it's a soft disclosure. I thought I said steaks. I just had a pop in my shoulder and talk about some release of that pressure. Um, you know, um, so I'll finish up that, but I've got to try to get my button gear, and I really want to take a look into this woolly mammoth thing because I think that this so-called cloning of woolly mammoth is a soft disclosure that these things were still roaming.
Mhm.
Then I'm doing some more research. I got to get another video out soon of military versus cryptids. I was getting things set up to get another one of those videos made and put out. I've been busier than hiccup. I just haven't been able to do it. Things are
Yeah, I got
slowly starting to slow down.
yeah, I got to do a
They,
couple videos tomorrow too, so I'm going to be busy with that.
mm,
Um,
well, I'm going to go back out in the deer woods in the morning because I need to get some more meat for the freezer to try to get myself set up for a little bit. Um, so because I don't hunt rack. I'm not a trophy hunter. I do animal husbandry and I do food. So I've got certain deer that I let certain bucks that go for so many years to spread them genes before I look at harvesting them because by that time they're getting old enough it's time to harvest them and let the younger ones up. So I got my big four that I'm after because it's time to put them big four in the freezer. So I'm looking at getting some more meat in the freezer, which I made a new meal, guys, that I absolutely love. I'm so proud of myself. You talking about imagination? I took some taters and I baked some taters, and I threw some garlic, salt, and butter on it, and I cubed up some venison and threw on top of that. Me, that was a hillbilly dinner for sure. That was good. That made a fat guy happy. It was a good dinner. But
anytime you make a fat
so
guy
yeah, I've got
happy, that's good.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I like my venison. Hey, by the way, I'm down 26 pounds.
Good.
Yeah, I went from 292 to 272.
Good.
No, 297 to 272. Although I don't know if I want to admit why I've lost that much, but I've lost 20 pounds. I might get my butt in trouble if I admit on how I did it, but yeah, it's not a conventional way. But so yeah, it's just I've been dealing with these injuries, doctor visits, getting vehicles rearranged and set up. So I've not had time to. I will be doing a live. I'll have to try to do it next Friday of Writer's Workshop, so we can get back to doing those books. Like I said, work's starting to slow down. Some other things are starting to slow down, so I can get back to doing this again, hopefully pretty soon. I finally finished up that sci-fi. So if you're an INR reader, it's I emailed you. Yeah, that's why I'm not saying it, Roxanne. I already know what you're going to do. Oh, thank you, Joanne. Yeah, I lost 20 some odd pounds. So, yeah, they were all giggling at the doctor's office today. My God, look at you. I was like, yeah. She goes, how'd you lose it? I was like, well, so about that.
Starvation has a lot to do with
it. I'm either going to confirm or deny that comment.
Well, that's the way I've been. They asked me how much I weighed tonight at the hospital at the ER, and I told them, I don't know, probably 210 maybe right now. But they actually weighed me, and I'm below 200, which is not normal for me. So,
I wish, Carl. No, yeah, I got a little bit of a lecture at the doctor's office on how I lost that 20 pounds, but I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, I got to get some more meat for the freezer. Thank you, Jason. Because I got to get the winter stock up, and if I can get 6 deer in my freezer, that'll get me by through most of the year. Cut my food cost down. So yeah, I'm hitting the deer woods again tomorrow. So,
but just remember, guys,
so that's pretty much what I got going on.
When it comes to dealing with today, with everything going on, just before, and this is even me taking my own advice, okay? Because I'm going to start doing this from now on. Before I respond to anybody, I'm going to take a breath and I'm going to hold it for about 10 seconds before I say anything out of my mouth. Because lately it's been very difficult. Okay. And I've taken on so much of trying to protect others that I forgot about protecting myself. And, I have to consider that. Okay. And my own health. And after what happened today, I'm going to focus on that for the next 30 days. I'm stepping away from, not that I don't want to help others. I do want to help others, but I've got to step away from it for at least 30 days to get myself together to continue with the podcast channel and to work on my own health. Okay. And I don't, that doesn't mean I'm not going to, talk to people or anything like that or give them my advice. My advice is always free. But I can't put my spiritual strength into it right now. I have to keep that reserved for myself, guys. We all know I shouldn't even be here. Okay, so I'm here for a purpose, and I don't know why. Okay. But all I know is that what happened with me today was not me. Okay, it's not how I would handle anything unless I was in a fight for my life, if that makes sense. So we have to be careful how we address things, how we can't be so quick to assume the worst, and we can't be so quick to verbally respond or physically respond to anything that is given to us. And if I had to do this day over again, I would have slept in and not gotten out of bed. That's how bad it was. Okay. So my advice to you all is to just pray, stay positive, take that deep breath before you respond to somebody, and just try to be as humble as you can and respectful as you can, because that's one thing that this world needs right now. We're too quick to react, and just like me, I'm too quick to react. And I know that it's because of all the pressure of things going on around me that, I get inundated with messages and emails and this, that, and the other thing. And it's not that I don't want to help people out, but there's only so much I can do as a man. Okay. So
yeah. And what's really been going on has been a pretty heavy one.
Yeah.
It has. So I get it, man. You know, just get yourself recentered, get yourself right, and it'll be good.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be doing that. Like I said, there won't be any podcast in the morning. Sunday morning there will be. We're gonna have the open mic Sunday thing again. Supernatural Sundays. Look for that video coming out at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. It's just a short 20-minute video, but I think it explains a lot within 20 minutes of some of the stuff that I've been researching. And then I'm going to put a couple other 20-minute videos out here and there this next couple days. And we'll go from there, guys. Okay? Question everything, guys. And we'll see you later.
Peace, love, and blessings, everyone.
Through the mist we rise, a force unbroken, with banners high and hearts awoken. The sound of pipes, our war is calling. Like thunderous waves, our duty is falling. Stand tall, together we fight, with courage found in every breath. We'll fight like lions, defy our death. In unity our hearts shall sing the legacy of warriors through every reign. With battle cries we forge our fate, in fields of valor we elevate. As shadows loom, our spirits gleam. Brothers in arms, we are the dream. Fearless, we take the night, with courage found in every breath. We'll fight like lions, defy